Hi, everybody. Good evening to all those who have joined. I will request all of you to please take notes of the webinar so that you don't have any questions at the end of the webinar. There are several answers to your questions that will be given in the webinar. You just need to pay attention. So I will request all of you to please pay attention. After we finish sharing all the information with you, if you have any doubts, then you can put them in the Q&A section. Okay. If during the webinar you think that you have some questions that you want the answer for, then you can take a note of it or put it in the Q&A box. But wait till we finish sharing all the information with you, because whatever questions you have, it is because of that we've even kept the webinar on the national level test. Okay. So it's 5:05, and as promised, we will start with our webinar on the Lodha Genius 2026 national level test. Okay. So you all have joined because you have registered, you got the email that ensures that yes, your email is with us and you have submitted your application. Let me begin with first introducing how did Lodha Genius come into existence. So Lodha Genius is the part of Lodha Foundation's initiative to make a tangible difference in the development of a country. Okay. So Lodha Foundation is the philanthropic arm of Lodha Development Limited. Lodha Development Limited is a real estate firm based in India, where you may have seen our projects that are coming across India. A lot of them predominantly in our metro cities. They are one of the leading real estate firms in our country. So Lodha Foundation is the philanthropic arm of the Lodha Development Limited. We have different programs that we run. In education, we run the gifted education, that is education for the gifted. And how are we able to do that is because Lodha Group, donated rupees 20,000 crore to the foundation's work so that we can make a tangible difference in our country's development. Now, you all have joined the webinar for the national level test, right? You would want to know more details on this, as most of you, I'm guessing, are currently in grade 10 and 11. Even if you are from other grades, you can pay attention. We will be covering everything regarding the test. So it is fine if you are from other grades as well. Okay, so what will the national level test include? The national level test will have three parts. It is an online test. When is this test going to be? The test is scheduled for 7th of February, that is the first Saturday of Feb. The test has to be taken online between 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And to be precise, from 11 a.m. to 6:59 p.m. in the evening, you can log in at any time and take the test for 1 hour. So in case you have exams, in case you have other commitments in the first half, you can take this in the second half of the day as well. Okay. The test is online, but it is AI proctored. We will be explaining how we will get to know if students are cheating, if they are using help, if they are using AI, if they are using ChatGPT. We have a system in place. We will explain that in the webinar today. So please stay tuned, stay till the end. So the exam has three parts. That is, there are three sections to it. It is a 1 hour online test and there is no negative marking. The test is based on the score and not the time. So utilize your entire 1 hour to give the test. Now, students who are currently in grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, who will be in grade 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, this is for you. And you've taken science track. Okay. The sections will be part A, B, and C. In the 1 hour test, there will be 50 questions, and those 50 questions will be divided into general aptitude, scientific aptitude, and mathematical aptitude. Okay. Your general aptitude is your basic, your logical reasoning kind of questions. You can refer to the handbook that was shared on email for more details, or you can visit our website and download it from programs. Part B of the test includes your scientific aptitude. There are questions of, in terms of application based from your biology, chemistry, physics, topics that you've studied across grades. And your mathematical aptitude, again, these are your mathematical ability questions that are from topics that you've studied in your school. You don't have to worry if you are a grade 10 student, but grade 11 paper will also be the same, etc. No worries at all. A grade 10 student will be mapped with a grade 10 student performance only. Your mapping is not going to be done. It's a relative scoring that we will have. So grade 7 will be scored with grade 7 student, and so on. Now, those who are currently, who have joined, who have taken the mathematics track as an option, your test will have part A, which is general ability, mathematical aptitude, and your advanced mathematics. You will not be having scientific aptitude questions. There are total 50 questions. It's going to be MCQ and numerical input based, and it's a 1 hour test. Okay. If you have any questions with respect to this, please put it in the Q&A section. We are not providing, please pay attention. A lot of you have this common question. We are not providing any kind of syllabus. Just refer to the handbook. The handbook has a description on how you have to prepare, and that is the only part of information that we share. So it's a giftedness test. If you've been giving Olympiads, if you enjoy solving science and math sums, you will be able to take the test. There is no syllabus prescribed for this particular test. Now, students have this question as to where will we have to take the exam? You will get our exam online. The partner for this particular test is Exam Online. You will get an email from Exam Online and from Lodha Group that will mention your application user ID and your password. It is mostly going to be LG and the last 6 digits of your application number. This application number you may have received on your email after you had submitted the form successfully. Don't worry about this. You will get the email from us on the 2nd and 3rd Feb. If you don't get it after that, you can reach out to us on our helpline numbers. You will also start getting WhatsApp information by the 4th of Feb. So please be rest assured. Now we would want you to please go and whatever was your registered email ID, right? With whatever you registered to the application, that email is the one where you're going to get these details. So please ensure that you go on your inbox and, report not spam to the following email addresses given on the screen: support@examonline.in, Lodha Genius program@lodhagroup.com, and Lodha Genius @lodhafoundation.org. Please take a screenshot, go to your emails. If it is your parents' email, go on their inbox and just save our email address. Whatever questions you have, you can put it in the Q&A or just pay attention to this entire session. And if the answer is still not given by me, then you can ask. Now, the device configuration, please take a screenshot. We recommend students to take the test on a laptop or a desktop. Your desktop needs to have camera, that is webcam. Our laptop already has an embedded camera. It needs to have an audio, so we will want you to, have a microphone attached to it. Your internet speed should be 1 Mbps or more so that you can give the test continuously without any kind of glitch. We'll request you to connect to a good network for that 1 hour. The test platform is the most compatible with Windows. The configuration is given over here. However, if you have a MacBook and if you're not able to arrange this, we are going to provide students with 3 days of checking the platform, getting familiarized with the Exam Online platform for 3 days. That is called as a demo mock that we are giving you, only to get your system acquainted with the requirements of the test platform. So those details also you will be receiving max by the 3rd Feb evening. So you can, on the 4th, 5th and 6th, any time before 10 p.m. on the 6th of Feb, You can take the mock demo just to get your system acquainted to see if your system is compatible with the testing platform and accordingly arrange for a laptop. We do not recommend to take this test on the phone because the moment you get notifications, we will flag it as a violation. If you get a call, you will drop down from the exam test, and that will also create violations. So please try to arrange for a laptop for 1 hour on this particular day, that is the 7th of Feb, between 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, now I will invite Kavya from our group who will take further the testing platform. So you will get the test link, user ID, password on your email by 3rd Feb. After that, what you're supposed to do, Kavya will take you through the platform and how you need to use the platform as well. Over to you, Kavya.
Thank you, Ishita. Thank you so much for that introduction. So, students, now I'll just walk you through our testing platform that is Exam Online. This video would basically help you navigate the system better and understand how the system works and what are some things that you have to be careful of. So, what's going to happen is that we'll be sharing the exam link to you, the exam portal link to you, and your login credentials, that is, your user ID and password on your registered email address. This will happen early next week. In case you do not receive your login credentials by 3rd February, do reach out to us on our helpline numbers and we will help sort out the issue. Also, the mock test credentials are going to remain the same for the actual test. So, the user ID and the password that you will get for doing the mock test, as Ishita introduced, we will be having a mock test, the purpose of which will be to acquaint you to the platform. Please note that the questions of this mock in any way will not be indicative of the actual test questions. But the purpose of the mock test is to help you navigate through the system. So the login credentials for both the mock and the actual test are going to remain the same. Please keep a tab on your registered email ID for all further communication. So as you can see, once you come to our exam online dashboard, you are required to enter your user ID and password. As Ishita mentioned, the user ID would be LG, L and G in capital and the last 6 digit of your application number. Do not worry, we'll be sending out this to you on your registered email IDs as well. So now, once you are on the platform, you need to enter your user ID and password and get inside the system. So just how I am entering, do not consider these user IDs. As I mentioned, for you it would be different. Now I enter the password, and once I do it, I'm inside the system. Great. Now, once you're here, you will see the name of your examination, which is Lodha Genius National Level Test. You need to click on Start to begin the examination. So now your system is setting up for the examination. Now, before you begin, we would just like to let you know that because this is an AI proctored testing platform, we have some user guidelines in place. So we would require you to open your camera, to open your microphone, to share your identity card, and therefore be rest assured that all that data that Exam Online is collecting from you will not be shared with any third party vendor. It is safe and protected. You can go through the privacy policy once to convince yourself. And once you're satisfied with it, you need to click on proceed to begin the examination. So once you've read it, you can go on proceed and begin. All right. Now, once you click on proceed, you will be redirected to this page. Now your system is setting itself for the examination. It would first ask you for access to location. Please click on allow while visiting the site to enter the examination. Once that is done, your system is now setting itself up. Alright. So first it would check your internet connectivity speed. Even if it is 1 Mbps, 1 Mbps of internet is sufficient for examination to go on smoothly. So once that internet connectivity test is done, the next test would happen, which is your microphone. So you would be required once again to provide access to microphone while using this site. Once you do that, you would be going to the next step, which is clicking your picture. Now this is important. Once you over here again, the system would ask you whether you're comfortable with sharing out and opening your camera. Click on allow while visiting the site. Now you need to click a picture, and these are the three requirements that you can see on the screen that have to be met. The face has to be positioned inside the oval, optimal camera distance has to be maintained, and the picture has to be clear. In case you don't meet these requirements, you would see a red box, and in that case, you will not be able to click your picture. तो अगर आपका चेहरा इस रेड बॉक्स के बाहर जा रहा है या आपने ये सारी रिक्वायरमेंट्स फुलफिल नहीं की हैं, तो आप अपनी पिक्चर नहीं क्लिक कर पाएंगे. ओनली व्हेन आपका चेहरा इस ग्रीन बॉक्स के अंदर है, देयर इज ऑप्टिमल डिस्टेंस बिटवीन द कैमरा और आपकी पिक्चर क्लियर है, तभी आप अपनी पिक्चर क्लिक कर पाओगे और नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे प्रोसीड कर पाओगे. Now this is done. I click my picture and I go on save and next. Now here it is when I will require you to show an identity card. It can be any government issued identity card, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, or you can also show your student ID card here. Alright. So now you go on, click capture my ID, and then you move on to the next step. So over here, you need to share your entire screen. If you only share a Chrome tab or window, the examination portal will not proceed. So do ensure that while you're sharing your screen, you share your entire screen. You click on share and then you're able to proceed. Sorry for this. Yeah, so you click on share and then you'll be able to proceed. Now, once all these steps are done, your system is basically checking itself to ensure that everything is in place, and this would ideally take 2 to 3 minutes to log into the system now. Great. So now you're all ready for your online examination. You will see this dashboard. Now you're all ready to give the test. Before you give the test, there would be certain examination instructions that will be displayed on the screen. This test will be for 60 minutes. As you've already mentioned, the slot for the test is 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you even log in at 6:59, you will get time till 7:59 to complete the test. However, do not wait for the very last minute. Give the test early. You have time from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. to give the test. Also, would like to mention at this stage, no, it doesn't matter when you give the test, it will not have an impact on your selection. But it's just better for you to give the test at an early time to avoid any sort of technical glitches that can occur. Now, there are these examination instructions that we need to go through. There's no negative marking and it's only an hour test, so we won't be allowing any bio breaks in between. Once you have read these instructions, you need to click on I have understood the examination instruction and then click on begin the examination. Now, this is important. So, this is an AI proctor testing platform. Therefore, it will flag violations if you try and cheat. I would also like to make it very clear that in case you're found to be cheating and using unfair means, you would be automatically ineligible for all the Lodha Foundation initiatives. Therefore, I would request you to maintain the integrity of this examination. Now, let's see what happens if I try and cheat. So, if I turn off my camera, immediately you will see the violation, no person present, right? Now, if my friends try and help me, or if I'm looking for them to help me, you will see the violation candidate looking away from the screen. Now, you can see one of my friends is entering the screen, and therefore I can see the violation, additional person present. So now if I'm trying to speak to them and if they're trying to help me, again, that will be flagged as a violation. Speaking or lip movement observed. Again, my friends are in the background, additional persons present. Now, what happens if I try and use my mobile phone? Again, this would be flagged. A phone or a book is seen in the screen. Now, suppose you don't know the answer to a particular question and you try and toggle between and use Google or ChatGPT or any other browser. Immediately, that would also be flagged as a violation, as you can see on the screen. Now, these are the violations that can be flagged, and therefore, students will ensured each and every mechanism to see that the integrity of the examination is maintained. I would also like to specify at this point of time, if some of you have registered using two email IDs, no, even if you give the test twice, we are going to consider the lowest marks that you have received on either of the tests. So you won't be able to outsmart us in that manner, and therefore I suggest that please do give the test only once and maintain the integrity of the examination. Now, there are certain things that are important for you over here to note. There's no particular order in which you're required to solve the questions. If you want, you can take the section first, or the science section first, or aptitude section. Even if you're not complete or done with all the questions in the aptitude sections, even if you have done only about 12 questions, and you feel like you want to do maths now or science now, you do have that liberty. There's no restraint that we have over here. Okay, so then you can choose whichever question that you would want to solve next. Also, please be very, very careful while you're going on to the next question. Always click on next and do not click on mistakenly submit the examination, because your test would then stop right then and there. If there are certain questions that you would want to mark for review, these are questions that you would want to come to once you're done, with solving the examination and would want to just review them once, you can mark them for review, as you can see over here on the screen. If there are, in case you are not very sure of a particular answer and you would not like to submit, you can also choose clear my response. However, there is no negative marking in our examination, and we recommend that you solve all the questions. Great. So this is how the system looks like. Again, like the toggling between the browsers is going to create a difficulty. And as we have already mentioned, we are going to be sending out the login credentials to you on your registered email ID by second, latest by third, and you will have all the access to the mock test. I highly recommend you, if you just go on to our platform and access that mock test, so that on the day of the examination, you don't face any challenges in navigating the system, and you can put all your energy in solving our question paper. Now, once you are done, you can click on submit the examination. All right. Now, once you click on submit the examination, you can see the number of questions you have answered, the numbers that you have marked for review, and the number of questions you have not answered. Once you're done, you would see your examination is now submitted and you can now close this window. This is how we know that your test is now done and you can successfully log out of the window. Ishita, over to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Kavya, for sharing that in detail, sharing it all in detail for everyone to know what are the violations that will occur. I hope this has been helpful. If you have missed on anything, we already have a webinar that we have taken on this. It is uploaded on our YouTube channel. You can go on our YouTube channel. We'll share the link at the end of the webinar so that you can refer to the testing platform details shared. Okay, I think I would like to just reiterate things that Kavya has mentioned. I know there are questions regarding if we are trying to use a rough paper and if you're looking down, will it be counted as a violation? So don't worry. When you start with your exam, you will have to show your test, the rough papers that you're using. A normal calculator, you're not allowed to use a scientific calculator, and pencil. So anything that is there on your desk, you have to show it in front of the camera before you start with the test, and then you move ahead. While you're solving, the body posture that you maintain, we will be able to recognize. And if there is violations that are happening again and again, while you're taking the demo will link will be active from 4th to 6th of Feb till 10 p.m. on the 6th Feb. So please practice it as to how you're sitting and how you're using the rough sheet, so that the violations is not it is not considered as a violation. So you'll have to practice that, and that is why we are giving you an option of a demo mock to get familiarized with the testing platform. So important instructions, please arrange a laptop. And I'm telling you this, on behalf of you only, for your benefit. Try to arrange for a laptop or a desktop which has camera and microphone. Mobile phones is not recommended, because if there are any kind of glitches or technical issues that you face on the day of the exam, it becomes difficult from us at the back end to resolve it. So please try to arrange that. MacBooks are permitted. You will have to check your compatibility of the MacBook through the demo. If not, then please move to a Windows laptop. If there's a power cut or your Wi-Fi gets disconnected, then if you log in again, you will be able to continue the test from wherever it had got stopped. The platform is able to flag whether it is because of a network error or not, so don't worry about it. You will be able to continue the test. Um, your camera and microphone should be on throughout. Your audio, video, and screen monitoring is getting recorded. So we will be able to flag if there's a screen monitoring, if there's duplication, if you're moving from one application to another. So please avoid any kind of malpractice. Your data is going to be secured with us. We are not going to use it for any other purpose except for Lodha Genius. You have to give mandatory permissions to your camera, microphone, location, screen sharing, the entire screen. So please ensure that you are trying all of this during the mock time, that is 4th, 5th, 6th Feb. On 6th Feb before 10 p.m. All the details, where you have to take the mock test, where you have to take the main test, all of it will go on your email address. So don't worry. The technical environment that we want you to be in, or the environment that you should be sitting in, please have stable internet, 1 mbps if possible. Face should be clearly visible on the camera along with your surroundings, so that we can see a glimpse of the test papers, of the calculator that you're using. No mobile phone is allowed. Please, you have to show the calculator that you're using and keeping on your desk. And your microphone must be on at all times. Please be seated in a quiet room and keep a valid photo ID. Now, there are questions regarding the photo ID. We would prefer if you keep a photo ID, a government photo ID, which is your Aadhaar card or your PAN card. If your school ID card has a picture of you, your school name, your name, and the picture needs to be visible. During the test, keep the camera on, microphone on, remain focused on the test screen as much as you can. If you're using the paper as well to kind of practice, please frame your camera in such a way that we can see that you're practicing or you're trying to solve something and there's nobody around you. Don't worry, while there's AI proctoring, there's also manual proctoring that is going to happen. We are going to go through each and every video to ensure that if there's any kind of malpractice, we will be flagging it. Please do not sit with any books. You have to sit with rough paper only and a pen. No electronic devices should be there within reach. So the detected violations include camera being switched off, face not visible, any other person there on the screen. If there's any kind of lip movement which is loud, also it will flag. So please avoid that. If you have a habit of reading the question and answering, we will want you to practice it in a way that you're not speaking the question out loud, because you give exams. I'm sure when you give exams in the classroom, you're not allowed to speak it loudly, right? Because it will disturb others. The same way we expect you to practice answering the questions without speaking loudly. Minimal lip movement for you to kind of read the question is fine, unless but we will be able, as your audio will be on and there is recording of the entire test, we will be able to catch hold if there is any kind of if you're being dishonest with the test or if there's any kind of cheating. Yeah, the consequences of violation is that the test will get paused or stopped, and if there are multiple violations, you will be dropped out of the test completely. Repeated, or so we will have proof. So you cannot really say as to this was unfair or anything, because we will have your recordings in place where we will be able to know that the student has violated several times to be disqualified from the test. All exam sessions are recorded for review. So you don't have to worry about how it's going to be, whether AI will be able to capture it truly or not. Don't worry about any of that, because there will be manually, we will be checking while there is AI, checking the violations as well. If you have most of you are grade 10 and 11 students, but if there are any other grade that has applied for both the programs, that is ISA Pune program and Ashoka University program, then you will have to decide on which program you are interested in and take only one test. If you take tests twice, then the lowest scores will be considered. That too, that will be on a case on case basis. Mostly it will lead to disqualification, so please take the test only once for the preferred program that you had applied for. Manual review and disciplinary action. As I said, that the recorded videos will be reviewed by the Lodha Genius team, and if there is any kind of cheating or malpractice, then the student is blacklisted from all future programs by the Lodha Genius or by the Lodha Foundation. The email which you will get by the 3rd of Feb, which has your login credentials, जो भी आपको email मिलेगा जहाँ पे आपका login credentials होगा, test link मिलेगा, उसमें how do you troubleshoot, अगर एग्जाम के दिन पे आपको कोई दिक्कत आती है तो आप troubleshoot कैसे कर सकते हो, you will get instructions about that, where you are supposed to take a screenshot, who you are supposed to write. So that will also be given in the email. You will also start getting WhatsApp messages soon. So please keep your inbox, check your inbox regularly and your WhatsApp messages. Yes, so that is it from our end. Thank you. You can save our contact number here and write to us if you have any queries regarding the test. Most of the things have been explained over here. Um, yes, so if there are any recurrent questions, I would request the team to just answer that. The test result will be announced. So I'm just taking the questions from the Q&A. The Okay, your laptop has Intel, i3 Intel, and the device specification shows. Yes, so we would request you to please arrange for an i5 if possible. If there are any technical issues that you face on the day of the exam because of i3, we will not be able to help you. What if I live in a boarding school, so cannot access WhatsApp? No worries, all the details will go on your email as well. We'll request you to let your boarding school know about this. If you join the meeting, it is fine. If you have got the email regarding this webinar, you will get the email regarding your username password as well. Okay, I think most of the questions in the Q&A are getting responded to. We will now take questions that you all have. You can raise. We will take a few questions by unmuting students. So if you can raise your hand, and I will allow you to unmute and talk. But please first ask the questions in the Q&A section. Only if it is not getting answered over there, then raise your hand. Yes, Nirmay, you can ask the question. Please keep the questions limited to the test. Yes, Nirmay. Nirmay, you can unmute. Okay. Amit Mittal, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hello, hi. So see,
Hello.
maybe our ignorance, but when we registered, we weren't really very clear on the details of the programs.
Okay.
Like undergraduate programs, or there'll be a separate fellowship, or they are like the summer internships which Ashoka does. So which exact programs will we get the scholarships if we pass through?
So this is okay. Okay, so this is a program for students who are currently in grade 7 to 11, and we have something called as the summer residential program for the students who get selected for Lodha Genius.
Okay.
Considering the student is in grade 10 or 11 because you've joined this webinar, the Ashoka University program is the only one. There is a summer residential program in the month of May to June, that is 16th May to 15th June. The student gets selected for that, and that program is fully funded.
Okay. So
Yes.
we have separately also registered, as in because I think it happened parallelly. I wasn't very clear. Uh,
Okay.
and they have like these 4, 5 options. There is, so it can be
Correct.
anyone, is it? Would, or we
No,
have.
no, no. So only the Lodha Genius Ashoka University program is going to be funded. The other programs, if you have registered directly for Ashoka University, that is not in partnership with Lodha Genius.
So what all is there in the Lodha Genius? Okay.
Only the Lodha Genius Ashoka University program, which is a residential program that will start if the student gets selected. If the student qualifies from the test, there will be an interview round. After the interview round, if the student is selected for the Lodha Genius Ashoka University summer residential program, that is from 16th May to 15th June. The student is that is fully funded from our end. That is the only program. However, there is a scholarship that is there for students for their higher education. So after grade 12, if the student is going for higher education in India or abroad, based on the merit and need, there is a scholarship also that is provided by us.
So where can we see the content of this Lodha program?
Ma'am, you can visit our website. I will just request someone from the team if you can share the link or 1 second.
Okay. So we'll mute ourselves now. You can take the next question.
Yes, I've shared the link. You can read about the program there. You can also message us on the helpline number given right now in the chat box where you can ask for the test handbook and the details are also mentioned there.
Okay. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
you're welcome. Yes, yes, Shivam Pandey. Shivam, you can unmute yourself. Okay. Swayam, Swayam.
Yes, miss. I wanted to ask that I am visually impaired, so like I give solve and give exams like everything from the laptop. So how like a portal and will it be like accessible?
So right now, Swayam, our platform is not having the accessibility to accommodate your request. Can you please connect with someone, ask someone to connect with us on our helpline number that we've given, and we will see what
Okay,
can be
miss.
done. But right now, we do not have. We will take this we've taken this feedback, and we will try to accommodate for the next year. But
Okay,
it is
miss.
not currently having the
Okay, miss.
accessibility. Yes. Yes, Asim.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I'm still confused at how can I show that I'm solving and not cheating because as in the previous mock test, I had problem to show that I am actually solving and not cheating as it was showing me notifications many systems. So what can I do?
Was it showing violations while you
No,
were
ma'am.
practicing?
It there was the message that I'm looking away from the screen, but I
Yes.
was just solving.
Yes. So we'll request you to please place your camera, use a laptop, place your camera in a way that your part of the paper and the pen is visible, and the video recorded, we will check from our back end as well. And
Okay,
try
ma'am.
to sit in a way, so you do the mock test on this week that we are sharing, sit in a way that you understand how is it not going to be recognized as a violation. um, don't tilt completely down. I know that students have a habit of it, but you can also practice this during fourth fifth sixth so that it's not checking, being ticked as a violation recurrently.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Nitin,
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
good evening.
Yeah, I wanted to know that when can we expect the results if the candidate gets selected? What is the timeline for getting the selection for an interview? Because we have to plan the May summer program for other programs as well. So, is there a deadline for Lodha Genius program to send us the mail if the candidate is selected?
If this so the interview is going to happen in the month in mid-March. By the end of Feb, the student will get to know about it. There is no I do not have the details of an exact date right now, but will get communicated soon after the exam on the way forward.
But getting a mail doesn't really will have the interview will also have its own selection criteria, or if its interview is done, then it's in general selected. Can it be considered as selected or no?
No, no. So the second round is the interview round, and
Okay.
after the interview is done, then there'll be a final list of students that will be out in the month of April.
Oh, so actually, my son is having a program in US from
Okay.
20th of June. Now, so if he gets selected in Lodha from 15th May, 16th May to 15th June, then he will have to join. He'll have to book the tickets on 16th of June. Otherwise, if he doesn't get selected, so it will be very late because then no, it will be a real problem for us. But I think there's no solution to that.
Yes, sir, because it's a
Hmm.
national level exam, all the details will go to all the students accordingly.
Okay.
Yes, so we'll have
So
to
we'll have to
wait.
wait till first week of April to get the final selection,
Yes,
if at all. Okay.
yes, yes.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Yeah.
क्या बोल रहे हैं वो? जिम जब तक नहीं आ पाएगा.
Hi, Ajit.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Ma'am, this is Adrit's mother, actually.
Okay, yes.
Actually, the thing is, CBSE has given choice for kids to give second boards this year for a few
Okay.
subjects. And since the dates are not out yet for that, like, how do we make sure that it does not clash with the 4-week program the child has been enrolled for?
So there is no way to find that out right now, ma'am. We will have to just wait it out. These dates, the residential program dates will not be changed.
Even if the exam date falls on the same day?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So I will request if you can, the student can still take the test, complete the details, and if they get selected on a case-on-case basis, we will communicate things further. But the residential program dates will not change because it's the same for all grade 9 to 12 students. That is, the students who will be in grade 9 to 12 by as of May 2020.
Got it, got it. All
Yes,
right. Thank
yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Yes, Jayashree,
Hello, ma'am.
hello.
Ma'am, is the ICER Pune entrance and the Lodha Genius entrance the same, or is it a single entrance and you get selected for the ICER Pune campus?
So you're in which grade?
He will be in 10th grade now.
So 10th grade students are eligible only. He will be in 10th grade. Right now he's in which standard?
Right now he's in 9th.
Okay, and you've selected which program?
I think we selected ICER Pune.
So the student will be eligible for the ICER Pune program.
Okay, so now based on what we've already selected, we give the test and we know that, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Chaitanya.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening.
Ma'am, we test from tab or phone, or only laptop will be required for that?